Have you noticed that everything kinda freaking blows these days? Have you noticed that there is not so much connection anymore? Connection with yourself, connection with the people around you, and connection to their freaking nature. Have you noticed that everything kinda fucking sucks right about now? But hey, at least we got the Never thought about that. And we got the hell yeah. We got that bling bling still. But ever thought about more money, more problems? Did he knew all along? Did he practice introspection back in the days? He knew what the fuck was going on? Some people say money is the root of all evil. But how could it be? Because there's no good and evil in the nature. But we gonna all agree, just by looking outside and seeing what the effects are, cause and effect, always judge things by that. We can see what the shiny money that does not even exist. It's just freaking paper that's worthless. It's these freaking coins that are worthless for human beings. It's these freaking numbers in a screen that means jack shit to human beings. That's the current system. You can argue that gold, silver, these actual natural resources that used to be backed, the money was backed by those things back in the days. Even then everything sucked though when it comes to money, but at least we got those actual resources. You can argue that those things have some worth. Is it as much that the people who hoard them make it seem like it? Maybe I just don't get some esoteric, mystical, alchemic thing about the gold and silver and diamonds and jades and shit, freaking sapphires, whatever the fuck. Maybe I just don't get that there is some esoteric secret aspect to those, but the Anunnaki or whatever, maybe I don't get that. Why they hoard them so much. But guess what? These people already got all of that shit. And they got all those ones and zeros in the screen also. Because they can create that shit like that. Federal Reserve. They can print those worthless papers like that. They have unlimited amounts of it at the top. But we be slaved real good with those. And let's talk about those effects, those more problems in capital letters, because oh boy, money one of the root causes why everything blows so hard these days. It creates human beings that are incredibly disconnected, because we basically sell ourselves, we enslave ourselves because of this thing, this system. We enslave other people because of it. We destroy ourselves because of it. We destroy other people because of it. We don't give a shit. And then we destroy nature because of it. This whole place we all live in, the Mother Earth, we freaking slave her too because of these resources. Because when we get addicted, we get the taste of the shiny thing. We lose ourselves. We lose what's really important. We get our bellies get too big because our hunger is out of control. We all become addicts. We don't think about the consequences of our actions. We don't think about what happens to us when we lose ourselves to these shiny, worthless freaking man-made things. We don't think about what happens to other people. We don't have that connection with the community anymore because we don't give a shit. All we want is more and more of these worthless freaking things that actually we don't have any need for those. Like we don't have, what is that? In the hierarchy of our needs, money is not even there, bro. We need some good relationships. We need some love in our lives. We need real good nutrition, food. We need a good ass environment to live in. We need some sun freaking shine in our faces. We need some good, tasty, structured water that hydrates our body. We need good air to breathe. We need some shelter. Now if we still got time, we got our healthy ass family. We got all that going on. That's what we really need as human beings. Because in the nature, all these people living in the nature, these stupid ass tribes that don't know even languages, they don't even know these enlightened poems, they don't know about Jesus, they don't know about Buddha, they don't know about Muhammad, they don't know about Allah. But they live so happily, so freaking content. They don't have diseases like we do. They certainly don't have mental diseases. They also don't got those physical diseases either. They got real good communities. There's basically just singing and dancing every single night by the campfire. They go hunt around with the boys, the mothers, the women. They hang around with themselves, taking care of the children. They can spend all day in the nature with their family, with their friends, with their tribe. They so content, they so connected with themselves, their intuition is off the charts. They connected with the community, they got that love unlocked, and they connected with the nature real good. They take from the nature what they actually need, what human beings actually need. They take that, yes, it's predator-prey out here. They have to take something, but they understand if we take more than we need, we start to destroy the environment we live in. And it's gonna be a real bad time for us when that happens, and it's gonna be a real bad time for other people living in this place when that starts to happen. But then, certain freaking group of people that are real masters at scheming, they got this idea in their heads. Maybe their hearts were blackened or whatever. Some freaking fallen thing out of the sky took their spirits, their nature over or whatever. I don't freaking know for sure. But these people have appetite that can't be satisfied. They ain't satisfied at anything. And they're willing to sacrifice themselves, other people, and the place we all live in just for some freaking things that in real reality, don't matter fuck all. They don't mean fuck all. But let's talk about this system. Because these days, if you want to live natural life, it's pretty much impossible, because we're in the system where money rules everything. If you wanna be free, you need a lot of money to do that. You can't just say fuck all of this bullshit, live in the nature by yourself basically. You don't even got a beach there. But if you say fuck to the money and just walk in the nature by yourself, you don't got their skills, you don't got the community. The tribes have the communities, there's a big group of people working together. That's the whole point. You can't do it yourself really. And if you do it yourself, it sucks. Being a lone wolf sucks ass. We need that connection, that love with other people. We need those healthy families. So if you just go by yourself, walk in the nature, fuck the system, fuck the money, you just basically dare to die alone. And you don't got the resources, because you need money, and you need increasing amount of money these days, because we've been printing that shit so much. So now there's all this inflation, even though the top people have unlimited amounts of it and they can print this shit out of thin air. So they don't get affected by the inflation because they created this system to enslave we the people, we the peasants I should actually say, or we the slaves. That's the real truth out here. We are the slaves of this system, the people that created the system, the laws in the system. Let's talk about those laws. If you wanna build on your own, you don't wanna pay your freaking taxes to the people that created the system, the increasing amount of taxes. You don't wanna pay your retirement funds, all these rules and regulations that the people at the top put on us. So they bleed our money that doesn't even exist, doesn't even matter really. But it kinda does matter, because that's how you get the resources, that's how you can get at least some sort of freedom in this system. Not a real freedom, that's long gone, but at least some kind of freedom. So they got all these laws that you cannot basically break free from the system. It's basically pretty much impossible. You need a lot of money to break somewhat free. You just go in the woods again by yourself. You think that's gonna be fun. You think that's gonna work out real good for you. You're gonna create a healthy community there on a land that other people own, and those resources in that land is theirs. Yeah, you need a whole lot of this man-made money shit to get your resources. You just can't go out there and do it by yourself. These laws and regulations, they're gonna stop you, and they're gonna put you in a real prison. When the shackles, the imaginary shackles we all wear right now, they become physical, they become real. So that's gonna suck even more than these imaginary shackles we all wear. So yeah, we got these taxes, we got these laws, we got these regulations that the people that got unlimited amount of resources, they can print all the money they want, they got all the numbers in their screens, then they got all the real resources, they got the land, they got the shiny objects, they got everything. They got the best food, nutrition, they got all that shit down, and they still wanna bleed our resources away from us. So we weak. So we real slaves, we real good slaves. You gotta work harder though. Ever heard about discipline? Bitch. That's why you poor. You don't got no discipline. Ever heard about willpower? Weak bitch. You weak. Go to the gym. Start working out. Start running. So that's the basics of the basics, why money freaking sucks and blows. In nature we got any need for the money. We don't got any need for really gold and silver either. You can say you can use it for some technologies or whatever. Or maybe there is that magical esoteric mystery that I just don't realize or get right now myself yet. That the top 1%, the elites, the Illuminati, they know the truth. And that's why they got all those resources. But yeah, they don't mean shit in the nature. That's why people in the nature, they don't have those systems. They use bartering. They go out there in the nature and they take what they actually need. But they understand if they take more than they need, it's gonna be real bad time for their family, their community, and other people, for themselves. We don't understand any of that shit. Now let's talk about, because in this system you still need this bullshit ass fake money to get some resources, to actually feel some kind of little bit of freedom. And you need that if you want some good food that every human being needs, and good nutrition. You need a nice little crib. You actually wanna live out there in the nature. Yeah, you're gonna need to buy that with this fake ass money. But then you're gonna still pay those property taxes all your life. So do you really own that shit? Or does somebody else own your ass? So we need some fake money to survive and feel somewhat free. Although we're still slaves. So then we got these jobs, this work. And firstly, let's think about what percentage of this work and these jobs are complete freaking bullshit. Is it 75%? I might be a little off there, maybe 85%, 90%. 95% of the jobs are complete bullshit. Your little Excels, your little forms, your little codes, your little technology jobs, your little emails, you selling this or that. All I see is scam this, scam there, this person is trying to scam these people, this scam real good, grifter here, snake oil there. Money, money, money here, money, money, money there. I'm gonna take your money with this scam. I'm gonna scam these people with my scam. Scam this, scam that. It's basically hashtag scam city everywhere. Because all these jobs, well, the basic peasant jobs, they're basically real bullshit. You're sacrificing your health, your body, and your energy and time for little to no resources. Then there's a little bit up that these blue collar jobs, that they actually, the skills there are actually pretty useful. Like if you build shit, you build shelter. Remember in the nature, we would build shelter maybe once, twice. If we have to be nomadic, maybe a couple times here and there. But we always do it with a big community. It's pretty easy. It's not back-breaking work. And it has real meaning behind it. But these blue-collar jobs, you basically breaking your back 5 days out of week, 9 to 5. For it's not like minimal pay anymore. You can get some money, you can get some resources, you can live kinda comfortable life. But with this inflation shit, maybe not anymore. You need to start thinking about some other ways. And you need to break your back even more so. If you don't got other skills, because not everybody got these creative artist skills, not everybody has that freaking 200 IQ. Some people actually need to use their hands, do those manly ass jobs that we would do in the nature, but not in not nearly the same way and at the same intensity that we do in this system. So basically with these blue collar jobs, you break your body, You kinda destroy your health in a long term because the jobs are so intensive. Then you get some amount of money, and if you had that family actually going on, then it might be kinda worth it because you're providing for your family. But we don't got those relationships anymore either. Go check that video out, why everything sucks now. Relationship loneliness episode that ties up with this work thing real good, because that's why most of the young men don't give a fuck about working anymore. There's no point to it. There's no meaning behind it. You don't got... Why would you break your back? Why would you use all your energy you have for the day and basically you loaning from your tomorrow's energy also sometimes, many times? When you get days off from these bullshit ass jobs, you basically many times just tired because you sacrificed your energy for these jobs that you don't actually even like to do most of the time. They're way too intensive, they're way too stressful, and you get way too little resources. You get way too little of this money, freaking fake ass money from them. And then your relationship sucks on top of that. You don't got family to provide anymore. What's the freaking point, bro? Seriously, what's the freaking point? There's no point. But yeah, then we start to go to those scamming jobs, the businesses. They try to sell this or that. And most of it is bullshit. It doesn't increase the quality of people's lives. It doesn't increase or level up the quality of human beings' lives out here. Maybe there's couple good technologies, yeah, but most of it it's just bullshit. You try to drop ship this, you try to scam people with that. It's just grifting, selling you snake oil, basically selling you false hope also. That's big one, all these spiritual fitness things. I talk about those a lot. Selling you false hope. You can be more than you are. Because nobody's happy with themselves anymore. Nobody's connected with themselves anymore. But the good thing about scamming other people, if you're successful with that, you're really good at scheming. You got that clever mind for those scams. You're really good at. You can get some good resources yourself. You can get good amount of this fake ass money and you can kinda enjoy life. It many times is still very empty life, especially these days. You run around just fucking around and finding out that nothing is really meaningful anymore. But at least if you got family going, maybe then it's kinda worth it to scam other people, because that's what human beings do for this money shit. But you got your family to provide for, predator-prey ecosystem, and this money really intensifies this predator-prey ecosystem, because in the nature, yeah, we would maybe fight with other tribes sometimes if they come take our resources, if they come take our food, if they fuck with us. We might fuck with them. But in general, people ain't really that hostile with other people if things are going good. There's no jealousy there because we happy with ourselves, with our community. We got our families going on. We got enough resources provided by the nature. We don't really need to fuck with the other tribes. Why would we? We don't have these psychopathic urges or whatever. But with money, it makes everybody kinda predators or prey. We need all these things. We need a big ass freaking crib. So we can do MTV Cribs episode and look real good to other people. Even though actually human beings don't need that shit. We don't need it at all. It's completely empty, the road there. The materialism road, at its end point, it's just empty. There's nothing there. You're just blind, basically. We sold ourselves for freaking nothing. We did all these things, all these horrible wars, all these bullshit ass things for nothing but pain and suffering. But that's the system. Yeah, I was talking about those business jobs. Most of them very bullshit. And all these corporate jobs, they are incredibly bad for human beings. Just look at the people that are on the top levels there. Like their humanity is basically gone. They those rats on that rat race. They're those freaking rats of humanity out there. So they're just exploiting other people left and right. And even then, they still need to pay their taxes to even the top ones. The top ones are who gather all the taxes from us. They gather all the resources from us. They own all the good lands. They got all the good resources on lock. They can print unlimited amounts of the papers. They have unlimited amounts of those ones and zeros in the screens. They have all the laws and regulations working for them, not against them, because they created them. They are working against us, the slaves, the common peasant folk. Yeah, we feel that. We feel that real good. You try to work so hard. You try to put your best foot forward and do your best every single day for years just to realize that you were basically fucked in the ass the whole freaking time. So yeah, let's repeat. Money is bullshit. Maybe it's not the root of all evil, because there's not really good and evil there, like most of the people think there is. But it is predator-prey ecosystem. And money makes us real predators, and some of us real preys, and it increases the damage human beings do to themselves and other human beings, and the nature, the environment in general. All the businesses basically just exploit themselves, other people, and the nature. That's the model of most of the businesses. All these big businesses. It's exploitation, abusing, and it can only cause, like we see, the effects are everywhere. Everybody is depressed as hell. Nobody has no real happiness anymore. Nobody has no connection to themselves and other people and the nature. But we have to do it to escape the system, because we need that money, we need those resources. So we basically are forced to exploit other people, forced to exploit the nature. That's the nature of this system, the nature of the beast of the matrix. And the only way out really is that most of the masses, most of the NPCs, most of the people wake up to this reality and stop complying. They stop giving energy to this system, and they start creating their own beautiful communities out in the nature. They basically realize that this system ain't bringing any healthy, strong human beings to the top. We basically just working for other people. We basically just slaving away for other people, and our lives, our little lives, they may be comfortable for some of us these days, but again, there's always a real eerie feeling that something ain't right. Some war might break out any day, although most of that is fear-mongering, but there is wars going on. But even more so, we got this eerie feeling in ourselves that something ain't right. Nothing really makes that much sense. We don't feel that meaning anymore. We don't got real purpose. These bullshit ass jobs, are they gonna bring you some real purpose? With your little Excels? Or whatever you sending your emails? You drop shipping some freaking toys? Or whatever? Like all these. They're not gonna bring you any purpose. They're gonna give you some resources But even if you got all those resources, how many freaking millionaires and billionaires are suicidal? They wanna kill themselves. They are real unhappy, depressed. That's just because all of this shit ain't what human beings need. Human beings need love, loving relationships, creating healthy families. That's what brings most meaning to our lives. Have healthy families. And I have a whole video about that, how it's so freaking hard to create a healthy family inside of this system, and money is just one of the biggest issues all again there. When we got those relationships, communities down, they need to be located in the nature. Human beings are supposed to live in the nature, with the nature, connected to the nature, but not abusing, not exploiting the nature, working together harmoniously with the nature. Yeah, we need to destroy some of it sometimes so we can survive, we can live happily. But we don't do more than we need to do. So we need to be out there in the nature with our freaking healthy family and healthy extended family. That is our tribe, it's our community, it's our bros and sisters. We can dance and sing songs and just kick back and enjoy the beautiful nature. Because when you're there, you're not stressed out. Everybody knows this. That's one of the main ways to heal from all of this system. Like people in Japan, actually, the doctors, now don't get me started at this part about the doctors and the medical system. That business is complete freaking bullshit, most of it. There's some real good doctors too, some real smart doctors that are pushing for new humanity, that new earth that actually works. So yeah, there's some good doctors, but there's majority of the doctors working in that Rockefeller medical system that just also damages and abuses just for profit again, just for these bullshit ass shiny things or worthless freaking numbers or papers, not addressing the root causes again for these issues, because they want people sick so they can profit from it. It's so sickening. It's so freaking sickening. Fuck. But yeah, we need to be there in the nature where there is not that many diseases. And then we need real good food. We need the environment, we need the good food and water. Where we got that going, we got that community, we got that nature, that environment, and we got that real food in us. Man, human beings are beautiful then. We blossom. We thriving real hard then. We connected. The harmony, the flow of life, it's beautiful. Then you can be that water, like Bruce Lee said. But in this system, it's just constant freaking friction and fighting. Wounds everywhere, trauma everywhere, broken ass people, stressed out people, mentally ill people, diseased people, weak freaking human beings everywhere. That's what money and this system does. See you later. Go look at that thing. It can bring you some freaking good feelings. Eat some real food and stop giving attention. Stop giving energy to this system. More people do it, more closer we are to going back where we really need to be again, where the real happiness awaits human beings. See you in the next one. Go check out my other videos and my other channel, Based Science, where we do some based science, eating raw chicken. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day. Let's get out there in the nature.